Hello. It's your girl. Who's your waifu? More likely than not, I have not uploaded a video in probably months. But yeah, I decided that every time I make a new costume, doesn't matter if it's like an actual canon character cosplay, or if it's like an OC or just for fun, whatever, I am gonna try to document it and put out a video about making the costume, and hopefully I can look back and see my skills grow. So here's why I'm making this costume. So my friends and I have decided that we're going to do what we have called the Fae Feast. Very fancy, very elegant, very whimsical, very fantastical. And basically it is just, we're gonna either go to a park or one of our houses, whatever, and we are going to do a fairy themed feast, a picnic, a little party. Everyone will be fully vaccinated, so no one's got to worry about that. Rosey has already made her costume. She looks incredible. I'll put like an image or something around here. She looks amazing. So, wow. I'm very excited to go see everyone's costumes, but the thing is, I have to work on mine. So I have until, I think, like middle of next month or late next month to finish this costume. I'm starting from scratch. I'm going to make almost everything in the costume. So, yes. So my first step was to go to the fabric store. I thought about videotaping myself in the fabric store, but I decided against it. But yes, Nick and I went to the fabric store today, and we got some very cool things. I got this mug. It says grow, because I'm trying to grow my skills, and I like plants. That's it. Also, I like color green. Anyway, I have an idea of the kind of costume that I want to make, what kind of fairy I want to make, and I will now show you the fabric. And hopefully I'll have an actual design figured out within the next hour. I got a half a yard of this blue linen, 2 yards of this gorgeous green linen, which is going to make up the base of the dress. So the idea of this fairy that I wanted was very earthy. So a lot of greens, browns. I am gonna make the wings, and they're probably not gonna be that great. It's gonna be my first time making wings. I'm already planning on them to kind of be like, because, I mean, I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna try my best. I didn't want to spend the money on like really, really nice wings. Really don't feel like doing that right now. So yeah, I'm gonna make myself some silly little fairy wings. And then I got 2 like matching threads. So yes, that's what I got today. So I got to work and I started designing the costume. It took maybe like 15 minutes, not very long, because I already knew what I wanted. But here you can basically not see, because of the lighting, what I drew. I took out my fabric and began pinning down the top pattern. I used the Simplicity 5582 from their Renaissance costume collection. I've used this pattern a few times, so I knew what I was doing, for the most part. I kind of just ended up crawling all over my floor like a small gremlin creature. The top part of the costume took me quite a while. Like I said, I've used this pattern previously, and I had no issues last time I used it. For some reason, this time, I ended up seam ripping the top at least 6 times. I have no clue why I kept messing up so much, but oh my god, was it frustrating. I eventually got it right. It just took me way longer than I thought it would. I am, trying it on. I may have had a few glasses of wine at this point. Also, I didn't bother hemming the bottom of it for now, since it was going to be tucked into the skirt. And now for the wings! This was the original layout, but I quickly realized that the top wing was way too big. They would flop a bunch and just could not keep their shape no matter what I did. So I ended up redoing them by keeping the bottom wing and actually flipping it to create the top wing, and then redesigning a bottom wing to match the new top ones. I had to go out and I had to get more thick poster board, but it worked out. These ones ended up being able to hold the weight a whole lot better. Again, it was my first time making wings, so I am excited to try different techniques. Also, I did follow some tutorials that I had found, so I will go ahead and list those people in the description of the video. I had gotten a bunch of floral tape and wrapped the wiring of the wings. This was super time consuming, and honestly at this point I was so tired of these freaking wings, y'all. Out of everything in this costume, I knew they would be the most difficult, as I was completely new to the process, but it was terrible. Now it's time to adhere the skeleton to the cellophane. I just used a normal spray adhesive and glued them suckers down. Here the wings are basically done. I just squished them between stuff to try and get them to hold their shape. Now it was time to work on the skirt. I used 3 layers of blue and green fabrics, and I layered them over each other and also cut 2 of the layers into triangular shapes at the ends to give the skirt a different flow. Luckily, I wanted this fairy to be kind of patchy, if that makes any sense. She's definitely the kind of fairy who flies around the forest and probably gets her clothes messed up all the time. So it worked for me that I didn't have to be as clean with this project as most others, and Rosey had actually helped me with the layout and measurements of the skirt.
Oh yeah, because like it's literally a full circle. Oh my god. Yeah! Oh, that made a fun sound.
Really the last little bit that I had to do, I sewed in an elastic waistband with some extra fabric that I had laying around from my jester cloak. Now it is time to get ready for the Fae Feast! Also, please ignore my consistently messy room throughout this video. I promise it is clean now. I am. A little fairy. Finally all finished. This costume took me about 3 weeks to complete, so I am really happy with how it turned out with the time crunch. I was also, graduating college and whatnot during all of this, so I am actually pretty proud. And here's my makeup. I decided to name her Juniper Fire Sprite.